Test. Hey, what's going on? All right, so I'm trying this in a different way. All right, so Roberto, I see that you can see me. JP, what's going on? Andy, what's going on? I just said hi to myself. That's weird. All right, let me mute this. All right, here we go. All right, Mindset Monday. Welcome to Mindset Monday. Today, I'm going to be talking about the next step in life. How do you make sure that you can actually get to the next step in life? New year, new me, right? No. New year, same you. We've heard both before. But what does each one of them mean? How can we define what does it mean to be into a new year and find the new you? A lot of people think that we have to leave the past behind. I disagree. I think that we have to leave the past with us. We have to carry it with us. We have to understand that the past has taught us lessons. The past has taught us very valuable lessons, and we have to bring it with us. We have to take it with us, because when you leave the past behind, you are leaving valuable lessons in the past. However, don't get me wrong. I want you guys to understand that the present, where you are at, it's much more valuable than when you were. You cannot change the future of your outcome if you don't change the way that you look at everything. Because if you think about last March, last February, last January, where were you? What has happened since? Have you been able to leave some of that veteran ego behind? Have you been able to actually escape some of the echo chambers that were in your life? Have you been able to work through some of the issues that you had before? It really is about looking at everything from a different perspective and paying attention and realizing, am I a better version of myself, or am I still making the same mistakes that I used to make? Am I using dark humor less, or am I still using dark humor to cope with the things in my life that I refuse to face? Am I becoming a better version of myself? You have to do an after action report on yourself the same way that we did in the military. You have to stop and really analyze and be a little bit hard on yourself. We always say that we want to give ourselves grace. You want to give yourself compassion. Do not allow that compassion to turn into complacency. Because when you keep coming up with all these reasons of why you couldn't do this or why you couldn't do that, before you know it, those reasons become more real and much more prevalent in your day-to-day. And then they become the excuses that you continuously use. Those things that you keep saying about why you can't do this or why you can't do that, those things that you try and tell yourself to give yourself a little bit of complacency and compassion, you become complacent. You have to leave the veteran ego behind. You have to realize that now that you're in a much better place in your life and you've been working on yourself, and you realize that at the end of the day, the only way that you can make permanent change is by actually institutionalizing some real change in your life. By keeping track of everything that you do. By making sure that when you are at the gym, you are intentional in your workouts. By making sure that you actually log all your meals. You keep thinking that you're eating healthy, but you're just doing the things that barely get you by. You're happy with the results you got last year, but yet here you are, angry at yourself because you thought you'd be in a better place. Now, I want you to celebrate yourself. I want you to celebrate your wins. And the reason why celebrating yourself and celebrating your wins goes hand in hand with not allowing yourself to become complacent is because if you celebrate your wins, if you realize how well you've been doing, if you realize that you are in a much better place now because of the decisions that you've been making, because guess what? Last week you went to the gym every single day. Because last week you showed up for yourself. Because last week you said no to that beer. You said no to that friend. You said no to going out when you knew you should be at home. Celebrate those wins. Because they're wins. I appreciate each and every one of you. And they're wins. Because you have to understand that when you win, you develop a track record. You have evidence. You can't tell yourself that you're failing and that you're a loser because you have evidence that states the contrary. If you prove to yourself consistently over and over again that you don't miss, that you are the type of person that continuously gets better and better and better, you have a stack of evidence. You have proof that says that you are a winner. So on that random Friday night, when your boys, when your friends, when your girls, when they want you to go out with them, but you know that you have to go to the gym because you missed it in the morning, there's going to be a decision to make. Which one is more important? Which one will give me more value? Which one will make my life better? Do I want to go and hang out with my friends? Will I get value out of that? Will something become better for my life because of this? Or is going to the gym and doing the workout that I promised myself I was going to do this morning when I missed it, and making sure that I actually get my workout, is that the most important one? It is. And here's why. You can easily trick yourself and say, you know what? If I miss one workout, it's not the end of the world. And you're right. One workout is not going to change the way that your body looks. One workout is not going to change how you are as a person. But one decision to not do what you said you were going to do, one decision to fail yourself and to lose that little bit of integrity, it also starts to stack up. Because guess what? The same way that you stack proper and positive evidence of when you do the things you're supposed to do, it also works that way negatively. When you miss and when you don't do your workout and you know where you're supposed to, guess what happens? You just stacked evidence of failure. And guess what's going to happen? Because you went out drinking, tomorrow morning, you're not going to wake up on time. You're going to wake up hungover. And you know what you're going to want to do? You're going to want to have a big slice of pizza to soak up all that grease or something else. But it doesn't matter what it is because it's not what you were supposed to eat. It wasn't part of your plan. You stayed up late. You drank a bunch of alcohol. Maybe you even dialed that 2 a.m. booty call that you haven't called in 3 or 4 months. And now you've opened up that door again. That toxic relationship. Maybe you got into a fight with a friend. Maybe you made a bad decision and you didn't even make it home. Maybe all of these little decisions that you thought wouldn't affect you, because of that, now you've lost face with yourself. Now you're embarrassed. Now you're ashamed. Now you feel guilty. Now you feel angry. And all of that will be the reason why you tell yourself, see, I knew it. I knew it. I shouldn't have gone out. Next time I'm not going to. Bullshit. You've been here before. This ain't the first time this happens. It's happened before. Do me a favor. If this is something that's happened to you in the last year, drop a comment below. Let me know. Share with me. I want to know, is this something you've experienced? And be honest. Be honest. Be vulnerable. It's happened to me. On the Marine Corps birthday, it happened to me. But you know what? I moved on from it and I made some changes. And I know that I think that next year, this year, I'm probably going to celebrate the Marine Corps birthday a little bit differently than I did last year. First year, I probably won't drink as much, or I might not even drink at all. It's happened to me. Yeah, absolutely. I'm right there with you, brother. So back to the story. When you made that decision and you stayed out late, you went out with friends, you made a poor decision, you made some phone calls you regret, you sent some messages that you didn't mean to send. All of these things are going to affect you negatively. All of these things are problems in life that will always drag you down. You need to realize that the old you needs to die in order for the new you to be born. And it's not about new year, new me. That's not what it's about. It's not about new year, new me. It's about realizing that you will always be you. Unless you made some real changes in your life, unless you make some dramatic changes in your life, unless you decide I'm cutting out the alcohol, I am no longer going out on Fridays, I'm going to block this person from my phone who always brings me down. I'm going to learn to say no. I'm going to go to bed on time. I'm going to develop a morning routine. I'm going to develop a nighttime routine. I'm going to do this, do that. Go to the gym. Join a gym. Join jiu-jitsu. Develop a friendship. Unless you actually say it with devotion and really mean it, it's not going to happen. Things don't just happen magically. You need to act on it. If you've been afraid to climb that ladder, climb the ladder. If you've been afraid to make that phone call and apply to that job, apply to that job. This year is not going to be any different for you unless you realize that you have to kill the old you. That person that you believe you are or who you were is holding you back. That person who you think you have to be, you're holding yourself back. Because whatever you tell yourself, whatever you believe about yourself, that is reality. So if you talk to yourself and tell yourself, you know what, I'm a loner. Or I don't like to go to gyms. I'm not that type of person. You're not going to go to the gym. You're not going to be that type of person. You're going to be a loner. If you tell yourself, I'm a people person, I love to talk to crowds, I love to be charismatic, I love what I do, people will be attracted to you. People will want to be around you. People will gravitate towards you. If you've never read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, I suggest you read it. It's a great book. People's favorite words are their first names. People's favorite words is their first names. They love to hear their name. Why? Because it draws their attention. Because they hear it and they know it, and it means that you care about them. Use this year to be intentional. Use this year to be a better version of yourself. Use this year to make sure that the things you did in the past, the stuff you did before, the things you used to do, ladders, they don't affect you anymore. Take away the power. Take away the power of the people, of the things that you used to give power to. If you used to feel that your mom and your dad or your friends or your loved ones were holding you back, what gives them the right? What gives them so much power that they can control you? And it's all about reframing it. So if you tell me that because you don't have time, because you have to take care of your kids, you don't go to the gym. Okay, so let's reframe that. So you're telling me that the children that you are in charge of raising, who look up to you, who are going to look for you and to you for guidance and advice and an example of life, you are going to spend less time bettering your body and yourself because they will see that and they will learn from it. They're the reasons why you have to. They're the reasons why you have to take care of yourself. They're the reasons why you have to start taking care of yourself. It's really that simple. Now I'm here tonight, and yeah, it might feel like I'm yelling, but I'm not. I just talk with an emphasis. Because if you've noticed the way that I talk, I make a point to not say or any of those words. Why? Because it detracts from my message. Because it takes away from what I'm trying to relay. And yes, I might stumble here and there. And no, I'm not perfect. And yes, I enjoy to fail because all it means is that I learn a lesson. I speak the way I speak because I want to drive a point home. I speak the way I speak because this is the way that I understand and I get points driven home for me. Most of the stuff that I say, most of the things that I preach, most of the things that I coach and talk about, I'm talking to myself 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I needed that. I needed that. And if you need this now, if you are here and you need a change in your life, make it happen. What are you waiting for? It's not going to magically just appear in front of you. There is no such thing as luck. Opportunity met with preparedness. And we are working every single day to be prepared, but yet here we are, slowing down every day. Oh, today. Oh, tomorrow's going to snow. I guess I'm not going to the gym tomorrow. Bullshit. If you had to go to work, you would still go to work. Oh, I guess tomorrow we're going to get pizza and order in because you know what? It's going to snow tomorrow. Bullshit. Meal prep. Eat healthy meals. Log your meals. Stop coming up with all these little fake excuses of why you can't do stuff. Oh, tomorrow it's going to be really cold. I'm not going to jump in the ice barrel tomorrow, by the way, so don't expect me to see in the ice barrel tomorrow because it's going to be really cold outside. Bullshit. I'm going to jump in the ice barrel tomorrow morning. Why? Because why not? Think about that. If you know, let me rephrase this. if I know that tomorrow is going to be really cold outside and it's going to snow and the water will likely be frozen over, why would I avoid an amazing challenge? Why would I run away from something that's going to freaking challenge me and make me stronger and tougher? Why would I avoid something that's going to be freaking amazing? Go to the gym, brother. I got you. Why would I avoid this amazing challenge that's put in front of me? Take it on. Go for it. There's no reason not to. Now, drop a win below. I want to see what type of wins you've had this year so far. And then I want you to drop a future win below. I want you to think about what are you going to do this week to make sure that this week is different than last week. And I want you to be specific. I want you to be specific. I want you to be specific. If something that was a good week last week for you was, oh, I went to the gym and I didn't leave. I stayed. I want you to be specific. I'm going to go to the gym on these days. I'm going to do my workout and I'm going to make an effort to make a new friend, to jump in the pool, to go in the sauna, to go for a run, to not only meal prep, but log all my meals. If you're here, drop a comment below and let me know what are you going to do this week that's going to be different than last week. Because if you're not specific, if you're not devoted, if you don't have intention of what you actually want to do, how will you actually do it? How will you actually accomplish it? Don't just tell yourself you're going to go to the gym 3 times this week. Put it on the calendar. Put it on the calendar. On my calendar, I have all my workouts. On my calendar, I have every single thing that I'm going to do. Why? Because I know myself. If I don't put it on my calendar, it's not going to happen. And I am not going to allow myself to fail just because I am not organized. Drop some wins below. I want to see you drop more wins. Those are some great wins. I want to see you guys drop more wins. Appreciate that. We've been on for about 17 minutes now. I'm going to be jumping off here. But before we leave, I want to see some wins. I'm going to make the deliberate effort to go to the gym in my new surroundings 3 times this week. Beautiful. Did you join the gym? Have you joined the gym? Love that. Who else is here? If you're here, I want to see you drop some wins. You better be commenting below. Who's here? I can see who's here. Actually, can I see? It's not letting me show. It's not showing me. All right. Eric said, I'm on schedule in the remodel. I have going. Beautiful. Love that. Good. You joined the gym. Good. Love that. Keep dropping wins. Who else is here? If you're here, drop some wins. My win is having the mentality of taking care of me physically with alcohol. Love that. That's a beautiful win. All right. We're going to wrap it up here. But before we do that, who's ready? Let me turn off the music. All right. Here we go. Woo! All right. Ready? Repeat after me. I am alive. I am amazing. I love myself. I will not fail. I love myself. I am more than my service. I have a story to tell. I love myself. Have a beautiful night. I love you guys. Take care.